To Enlightened World Network. Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Teri Angel. We're here to do a meditation a day, and today, being a Wednesday, is meditation excavation. And that's where we just meditate right now. We're going to invite you to join us. And Teri and I'll just share out loud what it is that Spirit is sharing with us. And I can already feel I've got a full room over here, Teri. I'm sure you do over there as well. So I
I
know
do.
there's a message here for us today.
Yeah. And I have the angels arriving tonight. I'm going to be hosting them. So I think they're already here. I know they don't really pay attention a lot to our linear time. They just knew they needed to be here today. So,
So
so they'll be
because
with me for the next 5 days.
okay, so that may be a foreign concept to some. So why don't you just take a minute and share what you're talking about?
Yeah. So there's a tradition and it's called hosting the archangels. You invite them into your home to just surround you, be in your energy, and then you just learn from them. You listen to them, let them teach you while they're surrounding you. And because there's a big celebration going on tomorrow for our spiritual family, we're celebrating 5 years together tomorrow morning. We will be doing that on Zoom. So I decided to ask the angels to join us, and they'll be here for that celebration and then ongoing throughout the week to help me with whatever I learn. I always learn something from them when I'm so immersed in their energy.
So who all comes?
Oh my gosh. Archangel Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, um, and I believe it's Metatron that's going to be with me this time. I've
Is
asked
with
him to be present. And what else is it? I just lost the name of the last one. There's 6 angels. And then I believe that we can ask in whichever angels we want to join in with that group. And they always do. It's always a room full. You've experienced that with me when I did it before. The whole room filled up with angels instead of just 6 angels. But yeah, it's just getting to know them. And I always journal while they're here. So I write down any inspired thoughts that they might bring forth.
so
And
just
I feel them here now. I think they've already arrived.
yeah,
Yeah. They must be on a different time zone than I am.
angelic time.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
AT, angelic time. But it is important for folks to know that even though Teri is doing this one activity, it does not mean that those angels aren't with you at the same time.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the beauty of spirit. It's not limited like we are with being in one place at one time. They can be with me. They can be over in Colorado with Ruth, anywhere in the world that they are called to be.
Yeah. All right. Well, Miss Teri, why don't we dig in and see where this goes?
Let's do that. Yeah, I think I'd like to start with calling in the angels to surround everyone that's hearing this, whether you're hearing it now or on the replay. Just focus on the energy around you. And let's invite the energy of Archangel Raphael first. Raphael is the angel of healing. And I know there's a lot of healing that needs to take place right now in our world. So if you'll just focus on air, when Raphael comes in, there's a beautiful breeze. There's sometimes warm air, sometimes cooler air, but just see if there's any movement around your energy space. And just say hello to this amazing angel that helps us to do the inner healing and the outer healing. We invoke the energy of Archangel Michael, asking that this be a safe space for us to do this meditation and to just be open to whatever comes forth. But only love and light can enter into this space that we're in right now. Archangel Gabriel, Gabriel comes in with the energy of water. So maybe you're feeling that dampness. This morning I saw the fog rising in the lake, rising up into the air, and it was so beautiful. And I just knew that that was energy movement. And I felt Gabriel's energy. Gabriel brings clarity. And then we invite Archangel Uriel, Uriel of the earth, and Uriel will help us to ground into that earth energy. With our breath, we breathe in deeply into our lungs. Envision that going down, down into earth plane, down to the very core of Mother Gaia. And in that center, we find balance. We find inspiration. We find peace. Breathe that back up into your heart. Anchor it right there in your heart center. And just allow yourself to continue feeling that balance and that centeredness with all the angels surrounding us. We're now going to breathe in again, and we're going to lift our focus upward and outward, going through all those dimensions and coming right to the great central sun of the divine, inviting in the Creator, Divine Mother, Christ, all ascended masters, loved ones in spirit, and any of the angelic realm that wants to be present with us. Thank you. Thank you for being with us today. Let's breathe that energy back into our heart space, anchoring it there with the earth energy, and filling now that channel of light going from deep in the earth to the great central sun of the divine. And let's just breathe now normally, softly, gently. Let your body come to a place of peace as we go into this meditation, asking that whatever needs to come forth in this time will be spoken, thought, heard, and shared. And thank you.
Teri, thank you so much for this. I just had to look something up because they brought something to mind when you mentioned the lake and the mist on the lake. What I saw, and this is going back to last Sunday's meditation about Moses, I saw Moses rising out of the mist. And then they brought to mind the 10 Commandments. So I just had to look up and remind myself that God gave Moses the 10 Commandments
Yes.
at Mount Sinai.
Mm.
So apparently we're not done with the concept of Moses from Sunday.
Yeah, there's a real teaching there.
Yeah.
We're supposed to understand. It was such a beautiful thing to wake up to look out and see that, and just see energy rising up. Just stopped and gave gratitude and let my energy rise with that mist.
Okay, we're supposed to look at the 10 Commandments for a minute. Okay, so they're asking me to read this. So breakdown of the 10 Commandments. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. Interesting that in 5 years on Enlightened World Network, that's the first time we've ever read the Ten Commandments.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a message that the angels gave, and I can't remember the exact wording right now. I'd have to look it up. But it was something like when your desire to know God and be closer to God is greater than anything else in your life, you will understand unconditional love.
Hmm.
I think that's what these Ten Commandments are teaching us, Ruth. It's holding that desire to just worship the Creator, be so immersed in that energy that everything else, all those things that were mentioned in those Ten Commandments, everything else takes second place or third place. It just falls away because your focus is on the Creator. Your focus is being a spark of that Creator. We are. We're a part of the divine. And when we can just keep our focus there, everything else falls into place.
Yeah. And what I'm hearing is 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. It's like the duality of the Ten Commandments. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. All of these things are hurtful. But the duality is just love. The greatest of these is love. I guess it's a reminder when you're feeling hurt, when you're feeling slighted, rather than retaliate, rather than sink into it, love.
Instead of holding on to the hurt.
Right.
And it's not easy. We're not saying that it's an easy thing because hurt goes so deep, and especially emotional hurt. And there's that energy of, I can't forgive that. But you're just clearing it by letting it go. Doesn't mean that things didn't happen in your life, but you're choosing love. You're choosing, just as the Ten Commandments say, just as the other scriptures say, to make the greatest thing in your life love, and that desire to love.
And how difficult it is to continue to be pulled up to that standard over and over again.
Just wondering how the people reacted when Moses brought those Ten Commandments forth, and hearing the messages of leaving everything and just focusing on God. Because that's really what, to sum them up, that's really what they're saying. To just let your heart be so pure that the first and foremost thing is to love God. Love yourself because you are a spark of God, but have that focus totally on love instead of all those other things that we get so wrapped up in and think are so huge in life.
Right. And life isn't fair. And how natural it would be to envy what somebody else has, whether it's stuff, money, health,
Power.
power. Absolutely. How natural, how normal to covet that. But we're being asked to step outside of normal, outside of what's typical human, and hold ourselves to a higher standard of standing in divine love. And if you can't muster the love within your own heart, ask in divine love and be a corridor for that love. They're not asking us to be superhuman. They're not.
Love is one of those things that can be so misunderstood when we say just love God, love each other, because we all have experiences with love. And so we see it sometimes in different ways with different perspectives. But the love that is spoken of in the scriptures, the love that we're talking about here right now, is the word for it. I think it was in Hebrew, is agape love. Agape is pure, unconditional. You don't put any strings on it, you don't put any demands on it. And that's the love we get from the Creator. The Creator doesn't love us more if we're good, and that's a judgment, being good or bad. But we don't have to do anything to earn God's love. It just is. And that's sometimes the foreign concept for us. We've had experiences where somebody loves us if we act the way they want us to act or do the things that they want us to do. So when we look at love and saying, put love first and foremost, it's that love that knows no limits and knows no boundaries. Just pure, unconditional love.
And because we're human, they're showing us that we need forgiveness many times in order to be able to love. Teri, one of the archangels is stepping up to talk about forgiveness. I almost think it's Raphael. Is it Raphael?
Yeah, I believe it is Raphael, because if we don't love ourselves, starting there, we're not going to heal. We're not going to be able to let go of the things that are a barrier between us and God. So Raphael is helping us to understand that forgiveness is healing. So many times we think, I can't forgive that person for what they did or that event that happened. I was a victim. We stay in our victimhood mode. And Raphael helps us to see that we're not victims, we're victors, that we made it through whatever it was that came our way.
I can see Archangel Raphael casting this beautiful green energy out for all to receive if they want. I want. Thank you very much.
Yes, please, more of that, please.
And friends, if you're open to it, just allow. Just allow this green, loving energy from Archangel Raphael to just hold you. You might feel it coming down through your crown, down through your body. If that's the case, just allow it. If it feels like a big green hug, that's great too. Okay. Teri, Divine Mother just sent out all this purple energy and Archangel Michael blue. We're just going to get covered up in all of this fabulous energy if folks want. So cool.
Just felt a big hug from Divine Mother.
Mhm.
And who better to help us understand forgiveness than Divine Mother? Watching what happened with her own son. But she didn't become bitter. She didn't hold grudges. She didn't hold on to it. She let it go with love because she knew that it was in the divine plan. But yet she was human. So it's that understanding, that human understanding, that makes it so special when she gives us hugs and helps us to see things in a different way, in a different perspective.
Uriel's energy is coming out as ground beneath our feet, like stability.
Balance.
Angel Raphael was explaining it's not that people haven't been hurt. It's not that people haven't been through horrific things, but holding on to the hurt and the hate can hurt us even more after the fact. He's showing us that letting go of the hate and the anger and the hurt and being able to transpose that into love for ourselves and love for others is healing to us. It's a gift we give ourselves to let go of the hurt and the pain. Sometimes, Teri, we need a friend, a listening ear to help turn around those emotions. And they're reminding me of the gratitude of having people to love and trust in life, to be able to talk about those difficult things with. That friends can help us turn that around.
It's a blessing, absolutely. For anyone who's hearing this, that's feeling that you don't have anybody, just know the angels are always around you. You can talk to the angels, you can talk directly to God, but at least communicate it, let it out, use your voice. Bring what's in your heart to the outside. So many times we hold on to that hurt for years, for decades. And it's a prison. It holds us hostage. Letting go is freeing. It lifts your energy. It lets you really get to know divine love.
I just heard, what else is holding you back? What else have you been holding on to for decades?
You're hearing a noise. I have a little fur baby beside of me that's snoring. It just reminds me of the beauty of letting go, just relaxing enough that you can say, I release this. I release it with love.
They said, what else have you been using to stay hurt and stay small?
We didn't come here to play small. We came here to shine our light. Anytime there's anger, regret, shame, blame that hides our light, we can let it go and just watch the transformation happen.
Mom, they were just saying, sometimes it feels good to stay hurt. But who are you hurting by staying in that energy? It was really more of like, we don't know why you humans do it, but sometimes you think it feels good to stay hurt.
The angels tell us we complicate things so much when it's really just so simple. Not that it's easy, but it's simple to just realize that we're only hurting ourselves, just using common sense with it. Nobody else is being hurt because I'm holding on to something that happened in childhood. I'm the only one being hurt.
Right. these lessons of life can be really painful. And they just keep coming. We're here to grow and learn and experience and triumph and shine. But those lessons can be really painful. Teri, I believe this was the message. I actually think this was the whole message because I just saw the angels all kind of go, okay, good, we can go have breakfast.
Yeah, they had one more thing that they wanted me to share.
Please.
So I pet sit with animals, and all the animals that I am with are very precious to me. And I've noticed, and especially with these two that I'm with right now, I've noticed that they don't hold back when they need something. If there's something that, if they need to go outside, if they need food, if they need water, they're very demanding, and they let me know that there's something up, that they need attention to something. How many times do we hold back as humans? We don't express, hey, I need love right now. I need somebody to listen to me. I need a hug. So that's the message from the animals, is don't hold back. If there's something on your heart, just go into your meditation time, go to your prayer time, go to a friend, like Ruth mentioned earlier, and just say, right now I'm in need. And can you just listen to me? And even say that to God. Would you just listen to me for a minute? And God always listens. The angels always listen. And I pray that if you don't have a friend that will listen, that you'll find one. And hopefully you can find it maybe through our spiritual family. I'm doing Light World Network, and just see all the beautiful souls that present meditations all the time, and spiritual teachings. Reach out, but definitely make your voice heard. That was a big message they wanted me to get through in a long sentence. But yeah, don't hold back.
Good for you. Good, Teri. Thank you for that last little bit. So, Teri, if folks wanted to host the angels themselves, how do they learn more about that?
There is a Facebook group called Hosting the Archangels. I'm an administrator on that group, and if you need more explanation, need more help with it, I'm definitely able to teach you about that and help you to understand it more fully. It's like a ritual that you do to welcome them in and prepare yourself to have them in your home. And then you send them off to somebody else to have that experience. So I'll be sending mine away next week if anybody wants to learn more. And maybe it'll be your first time hosting them. Maybe you've done it before, but it is a beautiful experience. So you can find that on Facebook. You can reach out to me if you just want to talk one-on-one about it and learn more.
Very cool.
Ruth.
Excellent. Thanks, Teri. So, friends, thank you for being here at Enlightened World Network. No one ever said this life was going to be easy. Really, the lessons just keep coming. But what they keep asking us to do is turn the hurt and the pain into love. So we'll hold your hand while you go through that because we're all going through it ourselves. So take good care. God bless. We'll see you.